Hi everyone, thought I'd come on really quick and just share with you how I do our back to school shopping with our family. So I have 4 children and they range from 14 to 6. So I have 2 in high school and 2 in elementary. And how we do our back to school shopping for our clothes and items that they will pick out, like their backpacks, lunch kits, water bottles, any special like binders or colors of things. Well, how we do that is we will go, like I will go out with them one-on-one. So I have 4 days in the summer and I, normally do it in August, and I try not to do it all in the same week, otherwise it makes for like a really long week. But I take one kid out, they pick all of their, like if they need new shoes or whatever they need new for clothing, what they need new for school that they can specifically pick out. We make a really special day of it, like the car ride, we listen to like music that they like, we go for lunch, we talk about the summer or, the new grade level that they're about to enter in. Like one of my sons, he's going into grade 10. Like that's huge. Like I can't even, like it hurts to think that he is going into grade 10. My other son is starting high school for the first time, because where I live, we don't have junior high. So I'm going into like, I don't know if you can hear them. I'm making a video. Are you okay?
Yeah. Anyway, so that
kids. So yes, where was I? So we don't have junior high where I live. So my son going into grade 8 is going right into high school. So I'm gonna have 2 in high school. And then my youngest son has left like being a primary. He's now an intermediate, so he's in a different part of the school and he's really excited about that. And then the youngest girl that you may hear right now, she's going into grade 1 and she's thrilled, because I think for her, she feels like she's so much more of a big kid now that she's not in kindergarten. So we sit there, we talk about stuff like that, and it's just a really great time to have one-on-one connection with my children, after basically like a really busy summer doing a lot of fun family activities, and right before, school life and the fall, like and all the things that start up with that and the crazy busyness of it. It's just a really, really nice time to connect with the kids, have that one-on-one time with them, have it special, cater to them, made for them. And yeah, like it's just really, really nice. And so because I've started it with my firstborn when he was going into kindergarten, I just really enjoyed that time with him, and I know he really enjoyed it. I just kept doing it with all the children. So now it's 4. So it's a lot of days. It's a lot of days of the summer, but it's worth it. And then I will go and normally I get like all like the paper and highlighters and all that kind of school supplies. I normally go alone. This year I did not, because my youngest child, she was just getting really bored at home and I knew she needed to get out, so she came with me. But how I do that is I get like the school supply lists. I don't like order the supplies from the schools, like how in elementary school you can order the supplies, because I found it to be a lot more money than if I just bought it myself. And I think, if I was working full-time out of the home, and so was my husband, and maybe that was really like, maybe it'd be really worth it, because it's just that time saver. But because I have the time to go, I just like to save that money. Right? I like to save money wherever I can. So I look at the lists and I kind of like combine it, because I've had up to 3 children in elementary school at one time. You find out like all the duotangs and all the right colors of the duotangs and all the pens and the amount and the color, and I kind of make the list for all the grades, combine them so I can figure out exactly how many of each specific thing I need. And then I go into my kids' room. We have a desk, and in that desk it basically looks like a school supply store. Why do I have all this stuff? Well, it's because the elementary school system requires all these items and sometimes they do not use them. And the most annoying one is when they ask for all these different color specific duotangs and a large amount of them, and they get sent home with more than half. It's so annoying. So then I store it, or they ask for like 4 red pens and 5 blue pens and 2, thinking of Truxton's list this year, even 2 Sharpies that are like fine point and 2 that are ultra fine. I'm like, what's the difference? Like, why? I didn't actually end up buying 2 different kinds of Sharps. I just bought one this year because I've learned from my older 2 how to school shop. Oh, sorry. Something weird just happened. Anyways, so I have this cupboard and it's filled with stuff. And so I go through and I see what I have, and then I make a list from there of what I now need. And I go and I take it to find all the specific duotangs and Hilroy books and all that stuff. So that's how I do the supplies. And I've learned the hard way, again, from my 2 older, to not just give the kids all the supplies. Like, yes, I send them all the duotangs, and you know, those things, but I'm not going to send them with 24 pencils anymore, because, you know, they come home with a pencil this big, like so many different, like, and everyone's just used a bit because they don't want to have to sharpen it. And I'm like, no, right? Or like, how many like half-used glues can come home? So now I send them with like 1 glue, about 5 pencils, 1 eraser, and I say to them, you know, when you need more, just let me know, or go check in the desk. You can take more to school. But I just found it so wasteful to send them with all of that stuff. So I've switched how I've done that as well. As you can see, back to school, supplies shopping can be very, very time consuming. And you still have to put all this fun stuff away and figure out where it goes. Oh, and that's another thing. When they get, like, a rule in my home is when you get your school supplies and your new school clothes or shoes or whatever it is, you can't use it until school. So, you know, you may love your new sneakers, but you're not gonna wear them until school starts. That's just how I roll. Like I'll put a picture on here at the end of my youngest son, who really likes his hoodie and his new sneakers. And I woke up one morning and there he was on the bar stool playing some games, and like the shoes still have the elastic attaching the 2 together, and he has his hot hoodie on. It's like 30 degrees here, but he just loves it so much. I'm like, you can get that off. You don't get it dirty. We'll use it. It gives you something to look forward to with summer ending and school starting up, all that new supplies, all those new water bottles and clothing items that you have. It gives them something to look forward to. Anyways, there you go. That's how I do back to school shopping.